Okay, we're going to see another interesting thing I do with my corner to corners. So the last row I did this blue block, but this row, sorry, it's not focused very well. Let me get a smaller tip here. There we go. Then my hook that I'll be using. So in this row, I did this blue block. But here in this row, see there's 2 green blocks, but then I need to bring that blue over here. So I'm going to show you what I do to handle this. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do this, but it's possible I did and I just don't recall. So this is just what I do. Again, I don't know that it's quote unquote proper way to do this, but I really like to be able to kind of carry my yarn. So sorry. As opposed to, oh, okay, so I'm down here in this corner. This is going to come up here, and then I'm going to connect with this green, okay? Not this green. Well, I'm going to connect this green to that green, but I need this blue up here. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to grab that, grab yarn over, pull through, and then pull through there, make a slip stitch there. Then I go through here, slip stitch, or I do a chain one, I guess. Sorry, it slipped out of my slip stitch. There we go. And slip stitch there. And then slip stitch here. Now, normally, what I would be doing is connecting those two. However, I do not need this yarn until the next row. I am currently on the front side of my work, so I'm going this direction. Again, front side only matters on corner to corner with graph gans. So I'm going to push that. I'm going to push that loop kind of to the back here. So now it's in the position it's going to need to be in for when I get to the next row. But this green, I need to connect to this green because this is Africa, this is Asia. So I go ahead and this time I'm bringing it across the top here. Chain, and then I kind of go in through the loop. This is just what I do again. Don't know if other people do that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch. So I put it in the front with that loop in the front. I yarn over and I pull through that loop. Now I want to make sure I'm in front of that because I want to kind of hide that blue in the corner. Now it'll show a little bit on the back. So now I need to connect Asia to Africa here. All right. Now I know a lot of folks would bring this loop through here. I don't do that. I kind of handle it a different way. It probably looks better if you go ahead and do it the way the other people do. Let me release my Africa yarn ball. Oh, I want to be careful and not lose that loop. I make it really, really, really big so that I don't lose it. All right. So I pull that down, and again, I chain that. Oops. I need to wrap my yarn first. Now that I know I saw somewhere else, I just wish I could remember where. Knot around the blue, make sure that blue stays behind. And I'll wrap this green around my Africa, around my Asia. The reason I do that is to kind of lock that color down into position. Otherwise, this loop right here kind of can get a little loose on you and create a problem in like more of a gap than you want. Some of that is resolved if you go ahead and pull through that. So I did a chain one. That's now looped behind there. The blue is behind. It's going to be accessible when I come. When I come back through there. But that loop, I'll pull down when I need to. But for now it's hidden back there. And again, it will show a little bit on the back side. So this is the thing I do because I haven't figured out a way. I need to make sure I don't get that blue caught under there. All right, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to slip stitch and chain 1 again. So that corner, it just, for me, it lines up a little better when I do that. That is a me thing. That's not necessarily something you should do unless you like the way that aligns for your stitches. You got to make sure that blue does not get pulled under. Sorry. Okay. Ah. All right. So the whole point of this particular, sorry, corner to corner tip trip. Let's try that again. Tip or trick is, what do? I want to carry the yarn, but there's not a block of this color right here. So it needs to get pulled back there. Again, that's the back side. Now, if I was going the other direction and working on the back side, I would actually want that loop facing me. So it is important to pay attention to right side, wrong side. Only matters on a graph. Doesn't matter in any other corner to corner. So I'm going to go ahead and clip this on. And I'm going to clip my blue on, and I'm going to clip the loop too, because I don't want to take any chances of that loop coming loose. Because again, I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it later. Okay, so that was how you carry the yarn without it being in a block here. And you can see how Africa and Asia are touching each other with the way I constructed this map. All right, hopefully that was helpful for those of you who don't want all the extra ends. That's why I do the color work the way I do. That's it for now. Hopefully that was helpful.